Hello and welcome back to the Natural 1's TTRPG channel. This episode is part of our fantasy tabletop role-playing game campaign, and our players for this session are Agnes as Yalla, Andrew as Fimble, Kelly as Braun, and Travis as Soulstar. Now, as a reminder, we do dabble in adult themes and language, so viewer discretion is advised. And for this session's recap, I'm going to let the group do the honors. I'll tag you back at the end.
We didn't die. That was cool. Yeah.
That was a bonus.
We started the session with the mayor conjoining or blending with a couple of the fire elementals and becoming this large fire elemental fight. And that was scary. Soulstar kept trying to work the puzzle and turn the candelabras or whatever they were, while the rest of us apparently finally figured out that the ice crystals in the cave had a benefit to them. If we struck them, they put out this wall of ice, which kind of handy against fire people. And yeah,
ice baby.
So we ended up getting a couple of ice shards and stabbing the fire guy with that. We ended up using the walls a couple of times to block him from attacking us or freeze him in place while we attacked him. And we turned
smart.
Yeah, we turned the tide pretty quickly. Righteous application of brain cells, I guess. Not mine by any means. There's other people in the party that shit out.
Once we had embedded the ice crystals into the fire elemental, we would hit them and they would explode inside of him. So basically just freezing him from the inside out.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
and it worked out well. We kept with the theme of rolling a lot of natural ones because,
Yes, that happened a lot.
got to stick with the trend.
I mean, it's our namesake.
Yeah. And we got the crypt open somewhat quickly, and it seemed to really want the mayor. It turned into a vortex and started sucking his frozen ass into it and helped us. Braun's claiming the kill shot. I threw a hatchet at him as we ran out the door. But pretty much the place after the crypt opened turned into a vortex and started to collapse the whole cave and suck the fire mare, spirit mare, whatever, into probably his family crypt or some shit like that. And we just had to run like hell. He was probably going to die anyway. I just made sure he got a hatchet to the forehead because,
No one saw it. So
no one saw it.
No one saw it.
I'm claiming that I killed the guy. Everyone thinks I'm full of shit because, kind of am anyway.
Well, the axe did, and it did shatter his head, but nobody saw it.
Yeah. But again, he turned into a fire giant thing, so I don't know if he needed a head to keep going or not. I don't know if it was a kill shot.
Yeah, he's kind of like a man figure,
Yeah.
Just a ghostly figure trying to reclaim his body.
That makes sense.
He wanted the summoning stone. He wanted all that power. He was going to turn it and use it to summon his and sort of hijack a person and use their body.
Oh, okay.
So
Fun times.
lucky no one brought the stone with them.
But we fled, didn't get any loot or anything from that crypt, didn't have time to look. I did grab one ice shard that we left with. I gave that to Layla as a souvenir or mace head or whatever she's going to do with it. We fled out of a portal and ended up in the front yard of the mayor's manor, just in time to watch it turn into a vortex or just disappear, and all the loot he stole from the town just fell out of the sky into this little lake that is now sitting where his house used to be. Is that kind of accurate?
Yes.
Yeah, the floating like debris and islands in the sky that are just hanging about and sort of slowly spreading across the sky.
Right. Yeah, parts of it didn't fall, just floated away. Don't know what that's about. Instead of going fishing like I suggested, we went back to the bar to just get paid and, tell Barley that maybe he should send some divers for some loot. Turns out it was apparently people's money, so the town is interested in reclaiming it too. And we got a long rest.
Keepers.
Yeah, that was my idea.
Yeah, but I don't think we wanted to fight the whole town over finders keepers.
True.
So
True.
we were going to go to Barley to kind of organize a kind of unit or task force to go take care of all the loot that is now floating and sinking in the lake.
Yeah, we have no idea if like the mayor's guards or the local cops are mad at us or know that we were there or what. We just kind of fled the
That's
scene.
true.
We went back to the bar, got heartily drunk.
It's like,
You and I
we
did
were
the new
here.
toss game. That when Fimble gets drunk enough, we toss little rings on his antlers. That'll continue.
I realized I didn't have my dice out.
And then we all retired for a long rest, pretty much. I think we have a meeting with Barley in the morning again, or we're gonna figure out what we're doing next.
Young in the
I need
day.
to grab my new dice.
Afternoon, so we're gonna pick up after the 8th. So I'm gonna go ahead and start recording. But if you guys want to take a quick break.
Are you tired of managing all your electronics and media? Do you find it difficult to do the most mundane tasks? Is it hard to get out of bed? Are you one step away from ending it all? Well, no need to worry anymore because the Media Gnome, the brand new product from Shamco, is here. The Media Gnome will update and manage all your electronic devices in your household. Computers, smartphones, tablets, TVs, you name it, the Media Gnome can do it. You can order your Shamco Media Gnome in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Set out a sweet treat next to an open window at night. Step 2. Go to a mirror and begin chanting Media Gnome in a low guttural tone. Step 3. Drain an enemy of their blood. Yeah, that's it. Now when you wake up in the morning, you'll find that all your media has been updated by the friendly Media Gnome. It's that easy. Try Shamco's Media Gnome now. Shamco is not responsible for the Media Gnome. Legal fees, death of family, or loved ones. Do not trust Shamco. Do not try their products. Run. For God's sakes, run.
All right, you guys about ready to start?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, cool. So you've just had a nice eat after thwarting this sort of mystic mayor, Yalla. Everybody seems to be more focused on all the loot that's going on the lakes. People are getting on their boats and dragging the lake. But you four, you're in the B3. Barley's called you down to the little secret room in the wine room. Well, I gotta say that's a hell of a thing you guys pulled off.
Just a little intense.
I didn't think I'd ever see you guys. It was at least it's been about 2 days since you
Oh
were
no
gone.
way.
I called friends.
Wait,
Help.
it was we were down there for 2 days?
Yeah. 2
Eh.
days.
It felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, I do have some friends here. Who would like to introduce themselves, but we'll get to that after this mission here. And he sets down Dell's journal, flicks it open, and holds up the crystal from the Fate portal. This little thing here is supposed to be some sort of physical manifestation of a Fate portal. Am I to get this right from your friend's journal?
Yes, that's the remnant that Tiramisu was pulled in through.
Interesting. Well, hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna have you hand it over to Lila. Lila, dear, why don't you go ahead and make yourself over to the library and see if Arvis can, read anything or maybe has some knowledge about fate portals and crystals and such.
Okay.
Hands it over to you. Now, I'm not sure if you know, but we still have not found Dell. Still MIA. I've got a couple of good men looking for him. Dalton's one of them. He's a hell of a hunter. Hell of a tracker. Hopefully they'll be able to find out what's going on and what happened. Canada, I don't know if you saw, but something bad happened to, or might have some. Did my mic just go out? Okay.
You're cutting in and out real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good to know. Well, Canada had to leave. Apparently, something bad or something's happened to somebody that he loved, and well, he just had to leave. He didn't want to bother anybody else because it's a personal matter, and who knows, he may even be back once they figure the situation out. But he's going to be gone for a while. The person he was with, that's his lover's father. So he won't be seeing him around for a while. And apparently Nimbus is left too. And he hands a note over to Thimble.
What's this?
This is a note from Nimbus. She wanted me to give it to you.
What do I do with it?
You read it.
Yeah.
I don't think he reads.
Well, I'm sure one of our fine people around here will be able to read it to you. But right now, I need to get back to business. Now,
okay.
All right. So with the mayor gone now, there's going to be some sort of power vacuum. There's already a bunch of merchants and figureheads popping out to want to be the new mayor and try to take over this land. There's a lot of people that much rather have a committee of people. I myself would enjoy that, especially that we're still a growing town. I think more people, more representation of our diverse people is going to be a better fit for what we all need all together. So that's what I'm going to be working on. There's still the issue with the church. I can definitely fund your expedition. We've already got a breach.
Yeah, the haunted church.
Yeah, we've already breached through the walls through our excursion, and so it's up and ready whenever you're ready to go for it. We have no idea what's going on, but while you're doing that, I'll be working on the circuit and trying to find some new representatives for this city.
Oh.
It's just a hell of a thing. Never would have suspected an idiot like that to have such immense power.
This is definitely different from what I was expecting when I came to a new town.
I
Really?
kind of thought he
This is
might have
pretty
been a
standard of what happens every time I go to.
gold. I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, this is just pretty standard for every town I visit. Something ends up, there's sinkholes that open up portals. It's all pretty standard. Life of a road.
You think you could have mentioned that before you guys hired me to escort you shopping and to a meeting?
Why did you think we needed an escort? Besides, did you die?
Not yet.
I mean, our party is like half the size of when we started, but did you die?
Another detail you could have mentioned.
Not all of our party members left due to death.
Well,
I mean,
I've been-
technically,
Don't think any of
none of
them
them.
did.
No,
Yeah.
except Tira. Tira's kind of kidnapped.
I've been reading your
Didn't want to mention that.
journal, and I'm fairly impressed. And I gotta say, you four here, or whatever you've been doing it well. I think you all deserve a bonus. And it gives everybody about 15 gold pieces.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah. It's for trading for goods and services. He's looking at Thimble.
Wow.
So if you see something and you like it, figure out how many of these coins you're gonna give that person.
Explaining currency to Fimble.
Slightly. Quick roundabout.
What if I want it and I don't have enough of these?
Come and ask me, and we might be able to work out a situation.
Can I just take it?
It's not recommended to just take it. There are usually bad consequences for stealing.
Oh, stealing. Okay.
We don't steal from Barley. Right, boss?
I don't think he meant Barley in general. I think he meant like if he went to a shop and the coins he has is not enough, what to do then? And that's when Barley was saying to come back and we'll see what we can do, because
That can also be solved with the war pick, but
I don't think we want that reputation in town.
A
Preferably.
reputation that we already have with creating
I mean,
a giant lake in the middle of town and killing the bear.
we liberated this town.
Very patriotic.
It's called freedom. Look it up.
There you go.
We're liberators.
Yeah, liberated from the tyranny of the mayor. Yeah, that's what we did. We'll go with that. That'll be our story.
Yeah, there you go.
We didn't murder the guy who hired us.
Just the guy who tried to kill us. Those people tend to get murdered.
All right. Well, that's all I got about for now. So I'm gonna have you guys go out and enjoy your day. Again, if Yalla, if you can take that crystal down to Harvest, that'd be great. Barley, I got some tasks for you to do in the lobby. Just greet some high-end customers that have just managed their way in. That'd be great. And Soulstar, there's a free hand of blackjack on the table waiting for you. Just free entry, just don't have to pay in, but there's a guy there that says he used to know you back in the day.
What do he look like? Trustworthy?
The tall, human, grayish hair, brown cloak, shit grin, ear to ear. Smells like wet leather and horse shit. So he's probably been on the road a while.
I also have a letter from the head librarian apparently as well that I still haven't read.
Yeah.
And you Forestborn, Thimble.
What?
He waves a little a wait staff person and follow this person here. They're gonna go take you to meet somebody that might help you and sort of figure out who you are and this new world around you.
I'm Thimble.
You are Finn. Now just follow this lovely young lady, and she'll introduce you to somebody that I think you'll get along rather well with.
Oh, okay. I like new friends.
Exactly. Friends are friends. Glad he knows what a friend is. All right. And all right, and I'm gonna have you guys roll for initiative, or at least instance order.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, initiative.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Barley.
So are we adding our initiative to this or no?
Yeah. In a way, it's
All right.
initiative, like sort of like a list of like who's gonna go first as far as like your own personal bit.
Bet 9.
All right.
22.
21.
I got 17.
17.
Last.
All right, so everybody slowly exits out of the secret room and out into the wine area, and we're going to start off with Braun. Make your way towards the kitchen area. There's the chef. He comes out, big old orcish guy with belly gut. He's got the standard like chef hat
Nice.
and just like stains everywhere. He's like got grease, armpit stains on his white shirt. He's like, come on and help me. I got a slab of bear bug meat that needs some hauling into the fridge zone.
I follow him and haul what he needs me to haul, and probably snag a raw potato while I'm at it or something.
Okay. Do a sleight of hand check.
Potato.
4 plus I'm pretty damn sure my skills aren't good with sleight of hand.
Okay. Total of 5. No.
6.
All right, yeah. So, you go to reach a potato and you sort of fumble it and it tumbles down and a bunch more tumbles down onto the ground. And God damn it, if you just need something, ask for it. Anyways.
Sorry. Hangover. Just a little hungry.
One of the sous chef nearby sort of runs over and starts picking them up and throwing them in a bucket so they can get washed off. And as you walk to the loading dock area, so the garage door back sort of gets rolled up, and as that gets rolled up, light sort of pierces through, and when you blink, a roar of a coliseum echoes in your head, and all of a sudden, as that light opening dissipates, it sort of fades and your eyes correct, and you see a fighter's pit coliseum just beyond the door. The chef gone.
Total like cold sweat flashback moment.
Yeah, there's like nobody there, and then you're just in the space.
have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna look around for a threat, first off, and probably try to back into the bar, but I don't
You
think the
turn
door.
around and nothing
Yeah.
but darkness. You're just basically sitting in darkness, and the only light is through the entryway where the Colosseum awaits, and you hear the crowd. You can smell blood and trackings and markings of animals in the scents in the air.
Okay. I guess I'll check myself for whatever kind of weapons I have on me, or if it's still my normal kit, and get my war pick ready and my shield ready, and just see what's about to hit me.
You notice your shield is different and your war pick is different, but your whole garb is pretty much just like plain chainmail. There's no embellishments or no personal touches. Just like a very basic set of chainmail.
Walk forward looking for a threat.
All right. You clear the breach and you turn and look around you, and you see the other side of the Colosseum. There's people cheering, calling for you. And
Are they calling my name? Are they saying Braun?
yeah, but they're calling brass balls.
Oh shit!
Okay. You still have your little
Yeah. Huh?
things hanging.
It's a generational nickname.
How would you know?
Well, no. I just I thought people called me brass balls because of the way they found me here. Apparently, they used to call me brass balls there too. Huh? That's new. Shit.
As you ponder that, you can hear gears turning and doors opening. A pit opens up. A lion jumps out. And you see off to your right a very large human with a saber. And he's got some leather strappings and like red pants. And he starts barreling towards you.
And I assume I've probably never seen a lion, except for now just remembering that I've seen a lion. So I don't know what the hell that thing is, other than a large house cat. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna charge straight towards that guy too. Just charge him straight back, shield raised, ready to hit him low and try
Make
to
a strength check.
topple
for me.
him. Strength check, you said?
Yes, sir.
Shit. I rolled a 2 and a natural +4, so 6.
All right. So you two meet up and you clash. His sword lands on your shield and you fall down to your knee. And he's still pushing and he gets really close and he whispers in your ear, "Don't forget about the plan. Remember the plan, follow through it, and we can all get out of here." And then make another strength check for me.
A little better, 9 + 4, 13.
All right, sir. You move your shield to the side. So does his sword, and you make another strike with your war pick. But he's able to block it with his metal bracers on his hand. But he still gets sent onto the ground.
Okay. And I'm kind of sensing that the plan doesn't involve crippling him at the knee. So maybe I'm not swinging full might to, cripple a joint. Playing along, but still no fucking clue what the game is. Okay.
Right.
That feels pretty normal.
All right.
I guess I'll turn my attention towards the big cat if that thing's coming?
It's currently going after 3 other warriors in the Colosseum right now.
Oh, okay.
They're about 30 feet away. Well, 40 feet away.
Okay.
The cat's about 35 feet.
Okay. So I guess I'll just keep engaging with this guy and putting on a good show until I get some clue as to what the plan is. I'm not climbing out of this policy, am I?
Strength check.
Yep. 6 plus 4. That's gonna be 10.
All right. Again, as you walk up to him with your clanging your war pick to your shield, he does a little fancy spin attack back to his feet with his saber and twirls it around, and then lashes at you. You're able to block it, and again, you're like close. Remember, once they kill the lion, I'm gonna feign a death. Once you're inside, follow Gerald. He'll be able to get everyone else through and free. And then as he does that, he sort of feigns like you being away, and he jumps back and he lands on his back. And the crowd goes crazy, starts chanting brass balls like crazy.
And while he's on his back, I guess I'll take a little glory moment. And I'll raise my pick and shield and brass balls and get ready for another round of let's not cripple each other. Charge at him again. Well, it looks like he's weak, but giving him a second to cover.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Yep. I'm good at those.
I bet you're not.
It's another 9, and my investigation is, I think, a +1 at best. Yeah, it'd be a +1. So 10 total.
So as you're celebrating your glory, you can see all the people in the crowd, and then everything starts to get wavy. And all of a sudden, you're back at the dock, staring at a bunch of meat getting placed on hooks and sort of wheeled, and somebody hands like a carcass to you. You throw it on a hook, and you send it, and you're back to work, taking all the bugbear meat and using
hoping no one notices the smell of shit in my pants. Okay, that was fun. It was fun.
And Fimble, you're up next, following the young lady waitress who's escorting you through the back waiter area. She takes you outside near the breaking area. So about a 45-foot square area. There's a giant apple tree in the center of it. You can see people, sitting down, having cigarettes. There's a few people reading. Some people are rolling dice in the back, playing domino. All different kinds of kitchen and wait staff and cleaners sort of on their breaks. I can't hear you.
Are there any ripe apples within reach?
There are some apples, but they're very mushy.
No.
From where you are. The tree's about 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you can see a bunch of there's rotted apples all over around the area.
Mm-hmm.
Or rotting. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make an investigation check so you can find anything edible.
Oh, I was going to look in the tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see if there is anything growing.
Okay. As you make your way to the tree, you realize that there's a person in an orange sort of key with a purple belt, gray hair, and he's got fabric wrapped around his eyes, sitting up in a lotus position, holding his quarterstaff in his hand.
I only have eyes for the apples.
Right.
So that's my first priority.
Right.
So go up and look in some of the low-hanging branches, see if there's anything edible.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's gonna be 5.
You don't really see anything, but the figure in the tree, Forestborn, that's what you're looking for. And he tosses an apple towards you.
I catch it and I'm like, yeah, that is what I was looking for. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Say, you wouldn't happen to be the Forestborn that works for that Barley figure, now would he?
I'm Fimble. Are you my new friend?
I could very well be your new friend. My name's Rohai Sanzo.
Nice to meet you, Rohai. I already said my name.
Fimble, yes. Very interesting name.
Thanks. The mother gave it to me.
Mother. Those antlers that you have, did you grow those, or are those just garnishment?
That was something else that the mother gave to me.
Okay.
And I just get a little quiet and eat the apple.
All right. He drops down from his tree. Yeah. There. He drops down from his tree and lands with this quarterstaff in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of sniffs the area. Somebody's got a nice clove going. I could really go for a smoke. I shouldn't smoke, but, sometimes the need arises.
Do you want me to ask for one?
No, I'm just trying to make conversation with you.
Oh, okay.
So they
I don't
said
smoke.
you were firstborn.
I don't know what that means.
All you know is the wood and the creatures therein. You don't know anything about a civilized life.
I guess that's right. Before a few days ago, I didn't know anybody other than the mother, but she's not like us.
What is she like?
Well, she's caring and scary and big.
Most mothers are.
She's big as a hillside. She's really big. She can be mean sometimes, but she was kind for a very long time.
That quarterstaff, that something she also gave you?
It is. When I started going out into the woods, she gave it to me. It's one of her branches, and she wanted me to protect myself with it.
Do you know how to use it?
Just swing it at things. Sometimes if I swing hard enough, like glows blue and it hurts like more.
He kicks his quarterstaff and twirls it around and gets in a fighter's position. Show me what you know.
I back up. I look around at, the other people in the area.
Yeah, there's some of them are still playing. There's one person in the corner with the clothes that's looking right at you guys. He's looking around at other people. Nobody notices what's going on, but just the guy, the club cigarette.
I don't want to hurt you. You look breakable.
Trust me, I'm a lot less breakable than you are. Even though I don't have my eyes, I can still put up a good fight. Besides, you might learn something.
Okay. I take a half-hearted swing.
He sort of twirls his quarterstaff and just knocks it and sets his quarterstaff in front of him again. Come on. If you want to learn something, you got to put a little bit more effort into it.
Oh, okay. All right.
This mother of yours, what did she do to want to leave?
Sorry?
What did your mother do to make you want to leave? I'm assuming so. Although nobody leaves a loving mother to venture into the unknown.
I remembered my real mom, not the mother.
Your human mother.
Mm-hmm. And so I asked where she was, and then she hurt me.
She took your eye, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mothers
Sorry, I'm nodding my head, but...
Yeah. He sort of cocks his head, and then he lifts up his scarf, and there's just scars, nothing but scar tissue, and his right eye is just completely dead. His left eye is gone, sort of like burnt over, like to a fleshy crisp.
Whoa.
Puts it back down. I know that type of pain, but don't let that kind of loss fool you. You can gain so much more without it. And then he twirls the stick and gets back into a fighting pose. Now, come at me like you mean it.
Okay. And I do.
All right. Roll, you use dexterity or strength for your...
Use dexterity.
All right, make a dexterity check.
That's going to be dirty 20.
All right. So you go to attack and you knock his quarterstaff out of his hands. He stumbles back and you follow through with a second hit right in his abdomen, and you send him to the ground, and he starts chuckling and laughing. I knew he got it in you, boy.
Are you okay? I didn't mean to knock you down.
Oh, that's quite all right. It's a good surprise. I like that. Even in my own age, I can still learn.
I go over and I grab his quarterstaff and I bring it over to him.
He grabs a hold of it and then uses it to stand up. Well, Fimble, it's a pleasure to meet you. That who taught you that little maneuver there with that second hit?
It just kind of felt right.
Some good
No one ever
instincts-
taught me.
and some good instincts for you. Have you ever meditated before with your quarterstaff?
No. What is that?
He steps back and he starts doing some basic twirls and moves and sets, and sort of just doing a big show with his quarterstaff and just bipping and bopping it around. And then slowly draws a line in a circle with his quarterstaff and starts doing some more martial arts with it. And then he stops and he looks at you. Would you like to learn some moves?
Okay.
Follow me. And he does a little slightly complicated set. I'm going to have you do a dexterity check for him. See how well you follow his movement.
Roll for montage.
You know, I'm still learning. That was only a 4.
All right. See you stumble a little bit, and he pauses and goes, all right, let's go back to form. He goes back to form, and go ahead and make another check, this time with advantage.
Okay, that time was 11.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And you're going to level up to level 5. You've just learned your extra attack ability.
Okay. All right.
And you're going to, for the next hour or so, you're going to be doing moves with Rohai. Soulstar, it's your turn.
Ah.
All right. So as you're on your way out of the secret room in the wine cellar area, waitstaff comes up and gives you a nice set of chips on the house for gambling. The lady looks over. She says, "He's at table 7."
Thank you. I'll slip her one gold piece as a tip.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yalla.
I'll give her another gold piece if she brings me something to drink.
Absolutely. What would you like?
The brightest beer you have.
All right, darling. We'll get it right to you. She walks on off and starts on her way. She stops at another table, starts grabbing some empty bottles, and makes her way into the kitchen.
Yeah. Where is table 7?
It's about 20 feet ahead of you, in another sort of den area.
Gotcha.
And make your way through the dining area and then into this little gambler's den. There's all kinds of backgammon and dice, domino tables, all kinds of backgammon. Well, I always say backgammon, but roulette and poker, blackjack tables are all baccarat. Kinds of games and set all around, and there's little lanterns with numbers written down, and you see lantern 7 off in the distance, about 10 feet away.
Do I see anybody seated at the table?
It's a little cluttered. There's people walking by, but you do see a cloaked figure. Their backside, their hood is down, but sort of just from the backside, this sort of fits the setting of somebody that knows you, anyways. It fits the description of what Barley mentioned.
Okay. And his back is facing towards me, right?
Yeah, he can't see you.
Sweet. I'm not gonna like sneak up on the table, but like without him noticing, I'm just gonna like walk beside him and like slam all my chips down on the table.
All right. As you slam your chips down on the table, he sort of steps back and looks. Huh. Well, if it isn't the wet rat drug runner.
You son of a bitch.
Well, you know, there's a few bitches that I'm son of. But,
Hey, that's the rogue's lot, am I right?
Oh, it is.
That's why you and I go way back. Or do we? I forget.
Oh, you don't remember all those
It's a little hazy.
drug runs that we've done for the shadow market dealers? Come on. Once
Hey, you know me. I
face,
sampled the stash all the time. How am I supposed to remember anything from back in those days?
That's true. But I gotta say, did not expect you to see you here. I mean, I saw those wanted posters, heard about that job you fucked up.
Just wait till you hear about the latest.
Yeah. Well, you're just lucky I'm not here to collect that bounty. I'm just here to collect your cards, if you know what I mean, and your chips.
So you're here for the bounty money. You're just not gonna take me in. You want to earn it.
We'll see what you got. If you got more on you than what you're worth.
I just got paid from this last job I did, so I've got extra to chip in if I need to. But probably won't need to.
How about we've played this little game here, see who comes out on top.
What's your game?
I walk away. I won't bring you in. I win. I get all your money. And I take you in. Sound about fair?
Sounds a little bit more than fair, so likely to play.
Alright. Puts up his ante. Dealer shuffles the deck.
Gotcha.
2 cards. Soul Star. 2 cards. 2
That was a false sneeze.
Oh, I hate those.
Oh. I feel incomplete.
2 cards to your unknown friend right now. Cloak Rogue.
It's just me and him at the table, right?
Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll your d6 twice and give me your each number
Right, just that.
for each roll.
Sweet. So 1d6 was a 3 and 1d6 is a 1.
Okay. All right. He motions, flicks in another chip. It's another card. So you really gonna hold? Do you think you got enough?
I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm gonna think
go
that
ahead.
no.
Go ahead and motion for another card.
Another card hit me.
What are the cards that you have?
What do I want?
Motion. If you, so, you've got like a 3 and a 1. Was it?
Yeah.
All right. So
What am I
those are
trying to
the
get to?
So if you
Oh,
want
okay. Gotcha.
yeah, you can motion to the dealer and they'll give you a card and you can roll a d6.
Okay. I see what we're doing. What am I trying to hit?
18.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll take another hit.
So go ahead and roll a d6.
Well, that's another one. Oof.
Runts. Looks around. You sure you shuffled these fucking cards right? Slams his fist down. Give me another fucking card. She tosses a card his way. God damn it.
Take another card. Hit me.
She throws another card your way.
Okay. Got some consistency going.
Cloaked rogue gets a little squinty-eyed and then starts pulling his money into the center. Asks for one more card. Huh. I think I got you.
Oh. May not remember much about you, but I can spot a liar when I see one. You're bluffing me right now. I'm gonna take another card. I can, right? I can take as many cards as
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So like it's 18. Ish. Ooh. Okay. Totally showing my hand here. My excitement. I can't contain myself.
All right. He looks at you and he picks up his cards, just sort of lays them out flat. Flippity flap. 15. What you got?
You got 15, you said?
Yeah.
Ah, damn, I got 14.
Oh. So sad, so sad. Well, I do appreciate your money.
Looking like you's about to turn me in.
Well, yeah. First, licks his fingers, and a few people come in, and they sort of swarm up and bring out all the money, start divvying up the chips, taking them down to the bank. You know, you're a lucky son of a bitch.
Apparently not.
You actually think I'd take you in? You're the closest thing to a fucking son I've ever had. You think I'm gonna take you in for a fucking bounty?
Hey, you can never
I'll
tell
take
with
your
these
money, but
roads.
I'm not taking you in. Come on. Come on.
Good, because I'd hate to have to kill you in front of all these witnesses.
Oh, you think you can kill me?
Oh, yeah.
You think you can kill your stepdad? The one that took you from that damn Feywild fucking orphanarium?
You son of a bitch! Knew it was you.
That's
You know how
right.
many drugs I've done to try and get rid of the thought of you?
I would assume a lot. I'll leave a lasting impression.
Yeah. Learned it from watching you.
Yeah, well,
We even drink the same.
you learned this from me, and he throws 2 daggers at you.
Ugh. Ooh, can I use my
2
reaction to...
dexterity saving throws.
Okay, good. I was hoping to do that. There's one. Oh god, no, that's a total of 7 for one of them.
God.
The other one's better. This is my dominant hand. 20.
There you See that?
Sorry, my other hand was holding my beer, so I couldn't.
Yeah. You deflect one of the daggers, and it lands on the table next to the dealer, sort of right through their deck, and you catch the other one in your other hand. All right. So you still got that quickness about you. You know,
What the hell are you doing here? How did you
I
find me?
wanted to make sure you were still alive. I heard about the bounty, had to come check it out. I come into town and fucking gold's falling into a lake. There's pieces of
You know
earth
me.
floating around the area. I have no idea what the hell's going on, but people are saying that you're some sort of hero now. Come on.
It's just the title. You know, I'm just in it for the money, and there's a lot of it.
I get it.
And it's far away from my past life. I thought nobody could find me here, but seems I was wrong.
Well, things like this are going to be calling people to the area. That's for damn sure.
That's for damn sure.
Think about what you're going to do next, because from what I hear, there's some death dealers headed your way. Headed this way.
I hate those guys.
Yeah, well, when a shadow merchant wants their that penance paid, they want that paid, and you still got to pay yours. I know it was
I'll find somebody else to pay it. Some other sucker. No, I will. I just need more time. I need to figure this out. I think there's a lot of money here. If I could just grab some of this money and pay off that bounty, I could just coast the rest of my life. Nobody would be looking for me. Wouldn't be wanted. Live under no
But I'll
man.
do my part in deflecting and sort of redirecting anybody that I come across. Had to do it a few times.
I'm still not calling you dad.
And I'm not calling you son, you little shit. God.
Any news on the syndicate?
Got a soft heart now? Come on.
Hey, you know, the hero's just a title. Still a greasy bastard.
You better be. That's what I raised.
Do you have any news on the syndicate? They're on the move. The latest actions.
Yeah, there was a camp set up to the north of here. About 6 miles above the piers, the shipping piers. Why aren't you not working? Up by Maturin Village.
Gotcha. Are they staying relatively peaceful? They haven't kidnapped nobody this time?
Last I heard, they slaughtered a total village. They keep on making their way north. Apparently, they're looking for something up there.
Make sure it gets steered clear.
Barley told me you found a ledger in one of your expeditions that might tie you to the Corvus Queen out in Avalon City.
We did. I didn't realize Barley would be so forthright with information from people from my past.
I came around when I was a little runt. I do all kinds of runs for the bastard. He's a smart man. Glad you found him.
Yeah. Too bad he can't just take over from Mayor.
Well, we'll see. But I think what he has planned is gonna be something new, and he's a hell of a guy, a hell of a leader. City could use him, but I think there's some other people in the city too that could definitely be as much help as others, especially with the new influx of those long-ear elves coming in. I know. Don't want to be. They're just looking for homes, but I've come across too many of them to know that when you're around them, they're a danger. They're too good at whatever they do. I'm just a simple human. I am of my time.
Yeah, and I'm half elf, so I'm not gonna stand any more of this racist talk of yours. Everybody in this world is just trying to fight for a home. Sometimes we gotta let people have it.
Yeah. You youngins and your civil rights.
Are evolving, are coming around, our wokeness.
Anyways, I gotta head out. Thanks for the money.
You son of a bitch. Here, I'll play you another round for double or nothing.
All right. Sits back down.
Let's do this, and then I guess I'll toss my 15 coins there on the table, or 13 now that I got paid.
All right. So roll for your first 2 cards.
That's a good start. Or is it? I'll take another card.
To the motions to the dealer, she throws him a card. Slides some more money into the pot. A couple stacks. You want to?
Oh yeah. Take another hit. Yeah.
Throws a card your way.
That's
Motions one more time. Nods his head and then puts the rest of his money in the center.
I'll do the same as I take another card. Probably the last. No, because I want to take another card after this. And then I'll be good.
He looks around, starts chuckling. Look at this guy, he's fretting. All for
Not anymore.
Come on.
This time I got the cards to back it up. I think.
Well, let's see what happens. He puts his cards down. I got a 13. What you got?
You son of a bitch! I got 16. I laid my cards up the same way. That's right.
All right.
I'll always get you in the end.
And you get out of this, you get about 150 gold pieces.
Yes, yeah.
About 25 silver.
It's about time you started paying child support.
Yeah. Well, just don't tell your mother. Because you
Yeah,
don't
she's
have
dead. Yeah.
your real mother, probably. I don't know anything about that.
You always bring it up. It's the first chance you get. That's why you'll always be a son of a bitch.
Well, that's true.
I only ever want to see you again if I'm taking your money again. Otherwise, I don't want to hear from you.
Yeah, well, fuck you too. Peace out. Stands up from the table with his goons, walk off. You got style, kid. I don't know where the fuck you learned it, but definitely not from me. Walks out of the gambling area and out of the B3.
I'll sit
You
there
win
at the
back your
table.
money, or did you lose it all?
No, I got it. I got even more back. I got 150 gold.
Oh wow!
Double nothing.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there at the table counting each one individually. Shiny.
Fine.
Yeah, as he gets up, more people sit down at the table. And we're going to cut to Lila
Okay.
on her way to the library.
Yes.
Outside.
With a bag of troves, treasures, apparently.
Well, the crystal, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got that crystal, and then I've got the ice crystal, and
Okay, yeah, sure.
so I got a weird smoker's boat of crystals, apparently, and then the librarian has that other one, right?
She has all the other treasures that you guys found from the cave, the miner, from the mine.
So as I'm walking, can I read the letter that the librarian gave me?
Definitely. You pull it out of your pocket and you unfold it and unravel it, and it says, "Welcome to the Sisterhood."
Okay. That's it?
That's it.
Is there any any symbols on it or anything that I would recognize?
There's some etchings that are familiar, but especially some runage that you've seen just recently, and the mayor's on the candelabras.
Okay.
There's the triangle, the line below are etched on there. Some other runic scriptures, but as far as what they mean, if you want to do like an investigation check or a history check, you can definitely do so.
Well, I mean, either or. I have a +0, so sure. I'm not the smartest cookie in the cookie jar. 14.
All right. You gather that the two triangles are directly opposed, and one stands for fire, the other for water. And to be the triangle with the line through it at the top is the fire, and the south triangle for water.
Mm-hmm. I figured that mooch. I will mosey my way towards the library with my two crystals that I've got, and go meet with the librarian to see what she found out about our treasures.
As you get to the library, walk up the steps. There's not a whole lot of people about. Everybody's still aghast and looking at the lake and everything that's going on there, and all the different islands that are sort of floating on by throughout the city and expanding out through the area. Enter through, and it's a nice chamber, and there's just empty tables and just rows and rows of books. Off to your left, you see the front desk area.
Okay. I'll head to the front desk to ask for the head librarian.
Okay.
Show him the letter.
There's this elderly sort of turtle lady just sitting there. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello there, young lady. What brings you here today?
I need to see the head librarian.
Oh, Lady Arvis. Yes, she's waiting for you. Come this way. She opens up the little barrier door so you can walk through, and she escorts you through the back and into opens up a door, and there's sort of a spiral staircase down into a little I'd say it's a fairly big room. There's a little office area. It's well lit. There's all kinds of knickknacks around the area. There's different kinds of artifacts if you want to do an investigation check in the room.
Honestly, instead of a perception check, can I just cast detect magic?
Absolutely.
I'll just be like, how magical, like, is all this stuff kind of situation.
Okay.
And I'll just do that as I walk down and be like, looking around. Because I think it's a 10-minute duration. So.
Yeah. So you cast, and you definitely feel the power of magic from the Fey crystal and the ice crystal in your hand, but you definitely feel a huge aura of magic emanating from that room, and also one that just seems to be moving and pacing in the room.
Oh, so she must be adorned with magical things.
And there's like little spots, like painting. One's like shaped like a square. It looks like you feel like it's on a wall. Little like figurines and like sort of like brass replicas of like buildings. Like that shape of sort of glow and permeate in your sort of the third eye when you detect the power of magic. It's sort of like seeing through walls, but you just see like an aura.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, holy, that's a lot of stuff. And just continue following the turtle.
And she opens up the door. Young lady.
Thank you. And walk in.
She nods, she bows, and she lets you enter in the room, and she closes the door and makes her way back up the stairs. Arvis turns around. Oh, I'm glad you made it. Hello, Lila. It's been a while. Did you read my note?
Very cryptic, I have to say.
I know how it can be living in those monasteries and being torn from your home. Same thing happened to me. And a lot of us in the sisterhood can share that sense of anger, being torn away from somewhere you didn't really want to leave, at least not at that point in time. And then to be told that, what we have about us is sin, is a curse that needs to be extrapolated. No. What we have is our power. What we have is our strength. And I'm just glad that you're out of the monastery. I don't know how you managed to get your way out, but I'm glad that you did.
By pure explosion.
Well, I'm just glad you're out. I see you have some things for me to examine.
Yes. I have one crystal of Feywild origin.
Gestures, and the crystal rises up and floats into her hand. Interesting. Very interesting. You said it came from a Fey portal?
Yes, a friend of ours was actually pulled through it as it was closing, and this was a remnant of that portal.
Interesting. She waves over, and a book flies off the shelf and comes into her, lands in her arm. She flips through, reading. Clamps it shut, sets it down on a nearby table with the crystal on top. I'll definitely have to look into that. What else do you have?
Oh, this I was actually looking at possibly working into either maybe my mace or my shield, and I hand over the ice crystal from the mayor's lair. We found these in the mayor's mansion.
Well, I will talk to. I will definitely send word out to the Smith and Armorer's merchant and let him know He's very skilled. Bert. He's a very, very smart man when it comes to incorporating magic items into steel and weapons. But Bert, who runs the Smith and Armor, she'll definitely hook you up. And she hands it back to you.
Okay.
It may take a few days, but
Did you find anything about the other crystal we had brought you? I think it was a clear one, if I remember correctly.
yes, the summoning crystal.
The summoning crystal.
Yes, it's a crystal that houses the entity and power of a Fey wild protector, a guardian. That's what the lore and old scriptures talk about. But as far as how to unleash and unlock such a power,
So there's something trapped in there?
yes, immense power, immense life.
Dear Lord. Well, the mayor was very interested in this and honestly threatened our lives over it.
Was he incorporeal or was he a physical manifestation?
Not sure. I mean, he was kind of in this like bubble that we couldn't really get through, and then he kind of merged with a fire elemental and then got sucked into the portal. Or fire demon, maybe. I'd never seen one before, and then got sucked into a
sounds like some sort of
vortex of some sort. Yeah.
So he probably wanted to use that summoning crystal to maybe raise his dead body and merge with it. Something like that takes a lot of power, and maybe he thought,
I can't see that being good for this town.
No. I'm glad you were able to stop him and put an end to his candidacy, if you will.
I honestly don't even know where we sent him or where that vortex took everything. So when we were requested by the mayor to talk with him, we were transported into like another realm, almost like a pocket dimension.
What did that feel like? Must have been thrilling.
Sure, thrilling is a adjective for that situation. Terrified probably is a little bit more accurate.
You're still young. For me, it sounds like excitement. Brings me back to my youth.
That's where that ice crystal came from. But we were able to open some type of door that just started pulling everything into it. And so I don't want to know where that sent him, but that's what caused the mansion to do what it's doing now.
Sounds like some sort of curse that he managed to free himself of temporarily, or I don't know, some sort of allowed him to escape in some sort of incorporeal manifestation. And I don't know. It sounds really crazy to me, and whatever you did definitely changed the vibe of our little city with all these floating islands and a lake that nobody knew that was really there.
Yeah,
whatever power he had, it was oblivious to a lot of us. How he managed to keep that secret, well, it's something we should probably look into. But for now,
I mean, with someone with that much power, it can keep people away from him.
That's true, but never sensed anything odd from him. Just that he seemed really dumb and really into gold. I kind of thought he might have been a dragon.
Yeah, I could have gotten that vibe too. But you mentioned before that with the sisterhood, that many of you have relinquish the life of the monastery.
We quite honestly rejected it and fled, and we like to there are groups out there that go and try to free our sisters from the monastery.
Why are they allowed to continue?
There's something about healers that Endonash wants. We don't know what his game is yet. We're still trying to figure that out, but he's been capturing and shipping these holy and radiant magic users, such as yourself, clerics, paladins, sorcerers, wizards, anybody that has a penchant for healing magic gets taken to a monastery, away from their home, away from their life, and that's where they live. But now they're starting to disappear, one by one by one.
The monasteries or the
People. They're just gone. No mention of that they were even there.
That's alarming, to say the least, since my father sent me to one of these monasteries to help kind of...
A lot of people don't know what really goes on. Some even theorize they're siphoning their power to feed an elder god.
That's very alarming, because like the story or the idea that we were given was, you know, I'd be heading to this monastery to help increase my abilities and then be stationed kind of like the cleric that was in my hometown to just help and heal, and to wind up in a almost prison-like situation. That's terrifying.
They have these idols in their monasteries, symbols of different religions and sects, but they're all cursed. So when everybody goes to pray or meditate, they start siphoning slowly the energy and magic ability from that person. That's what we've gathered so far.
Maybe that's why they tried to take my relic from me, because that one I brought from home.
That could be very well it. As to the end game, we don't know, but we do know that Endonash is the one behind it. He's the cardinal to the Emperor. Emperor Horen. But we could really use someone like you that's outside of the sisterhood to relay messages to find out what's going on with the monasteries and maybe help those that are in need in the places that you're more unlikely to venture out to.
I mean, I'll do what I can. I'm part of this ragtag group that seems to keep finding ourselves in some sort of trouble of one form or another.
You've brought back a lot of gifts for me to examine. She looks down at the table below her, and all the treasure that you found from the mine is sitting there. She has two helpers that are putting all the treasures back in a carrying case, and they hand it to you. It's a bag of holding that has all the treasure that you found there. And
I think I have a bag of holding, if I remember correctly, because there's two members of our group that got bags from the mayor.
Okay.
So I'll just put...
I think it was you. Yeah.
I know I had one, but I don't remember who had the second one. But I'll just...
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, you get a free bag of holding out of the deal.
I will not put it into the bag of holding, because that's how you create chaos.
Yeah. But like, you could give the bag of holding to somebody else in the group. And
what was the emperor's name? I missed that.
His name is Roche Hayal Horen.
Roche.
ROSHEHE-AL. Horen, which is HOREN. They are a male Asamar, Emperor of the Dominion. Endovanche, ENDOVANCHE, is the cardinal to the Emperor. He's male Illithid and quote-unquote leader of the light.
But yeah, any information or clues you can give when it comes to anybody else that would need help from the monastery, I will do the best I can for them.
If you find yourself in Avalon City, you should look for Swag Hazardly.
Okay, hold on. Avalon City, and you said Swag Hazardly?
Yes, SWAG, Swag, and then Hazardly, HAZARDLY.
Okay. Hazardly. That's great. And he is
She is
she.
a Furbolg cleric. She has a shop there that it's pretty great. You might be able to find some things for yourself, but she is also very knowledgeable about the rumors, and she also sort of spearheads different groups to go searching and doing excavations for the monasteries to try to free as many people as they can. So she is definitely someone to talk to.
Okay. I will definitely keep that in mind if we ever make our way that way.
Excellent. And she's gonna... Oh, just curious. Do you have any holy water on you?
Don't believe so.
Hmm.
Let me double check my inventory, but I don't think so. No. I have a water skin, but no holy water.
She sees your water skin. Let me see your water skin.
Hand it over.
All right. She picks up a bowl from under her desk and she pours the water into the bowl. She starts moving her hands about using her magic and her you see a healing aura around her, and so it's quite easy to make holy water. It's just just like healing, just add a little bit of flair to it. And you've got 3 vials of holy water now.
Okay.
And you also know how to make holy water now.
Ooh, let me add into backpack. You said 3, so
Yep.
Sweet. Here we go. Backpack. Sweet. It didn't have vials, so I chose the flask item, but I will just
That
choose
works.
it
Yeah.
as the same thing.
Yeah, that works.
Sweet. And I think as a cleric, let me look at my spells that I can learn. I think one of those is something similar. Where is it? Protection, no. No, create or destroy water. Protection. Yeah, purify food and drink. But not holy water. Okay.
But that brings you up to level 5 as well.
Ooh. Fancy. Level 5 is like one of the best levels, I swear. It's when all the cool stuff starts happening.
Yeah. Alright. And then we're gonna go back to Braun. He's done with this shift. Starts
Definitely picking up my shift drink,
alright.
as I would.
Okay. And
Oh, I think actually, hold on. Real quick. I just realized what spell it might be to do that. I was looking at it and I didn't read all of it. Can I? No, it's not. What is it called? Fudgesicles. Is it? No. Anyways, go ahead. I was just trying to find it.
alright. So Braun goes out of the kitchen area and sits down at the bar, and bartender slides an ale his way. Slides right off the table, doesn't notice it.
Oh, here it is. It's
Waiting for the whiskey.
ceremony. You can bless water. Yep.
Slides it down to him. Catches it and takes a drink from it. As he takes the drink, he sets it down and he looks and around behind him onto the side and all the different people. He swears he's seen those faces from the crowd inside the Coliseum.
Shit.
Goes back, shaking his head. Takes
Yeah. Definitely a heavier drink.
All right. Bartender pours a shot, pours it in your ale, and thanks for what you did for us, man. It's really great. Everybody thinks you're pretty much an idiot, but you've done nothing but good things for us here.
I know picking up slabs of meat is hard, but happy to help.
Oh. It's always nice to have good help like yourself. And hey,
Just completely missing. Sure.
got this as a tip. It's a nice fat cigar, like leaved wrap cigar, and I don't know if you smoke these things, but you're free to have it. It's a filthy habit. I don't like it, but it's yours if you want it.
Absolutely. Might as well just kind of fire it up. I'm sure I think I've got at least a tinderbox, if not there's probably matches in the bar.
Yeah. You go to flip that tinder switch, and then as that flame strikes, all of a sudden it's raining, you're outside. There's a castle being stormed, a flag on fire, people crying out, arrows flying through the air, pouring off the walls, soldiers all around you fighting, some falling, some persevering and pushing through. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Four plus 4 for 8.
All right. The horse brushes by you, knocking you onto your feet. Sort of catches your elbow and you spin and you land in the mud. And
My balls! No! Gotta clean them off.
rain is pouring down, and it's just a mess of blood and mud and body parts, and
Right. Probably fell right next to someone who's not getting up.
no, yeah.
Oh,
a body that's missing limbs, even a head. There's arrows lodged into the ground. And there's
probably legitimately feeling some fear. Never admit it, but even dwarves get scared. I'm not running.
To the sky. No.
Yeah, I'm not running. Do I have a sense if this castle is something I should be storming or defending? Or does it really not even matter at that point?
If you want to make an investigation check, go for it.
Sure.
Or a perception check.
They're both the same. 4 + 1.
All right,
5.
So you don't really get a sense of anything. You see the flag that's on fire. It's got red and gold colorings on it, and you look down at you and you're covered in red and gold armor, even your shield.
Okay. And not the same stuff I was wearing at the Coliseum, I assume?
You don't have your standard war pick, but you have a very large broadsword that you have in your main hand.
Yeah. I'll probably use that to pry myself up and just try to figure out what's going on and try to stay alive.
Right.
The standard MO, pick yourself back up and keep swinging.
A couple of soldiers come running towards you, weapons branded. They go to strike, make a strength saving throw.
Uh, 12 + 4, 16.
All right, so you just let muscle memory take over, and you bash and slash your way through them. You look around, and just more and more soldiers fighting and battling. You see 2 people on horses mounted about 70 feet away. You can't make out who they are, but you see their banner in silver and black.
Head towards it, I guess. Yeah. Charge the enemy. It's the instinct, at least.
Right. As you charge, you blink, and when you blink, your head lands on your pillow in your bed.
I thought you were going to say a toilet bowl for a second. Rushing into the bathroom. Shit. I assume I probably drank myself into a stupor at that point. Trauma's fun.
Thimble, you're muted if you were trying to talk.
I just said yeah.
Alright. So, Braun laying in his bed. It's very much early night for him. It's around 7 p.m., but he's crashed out, dealing with his issues.
Yeah, still got some burns on my back hair. And trying to give myself the spins so I can go to sleep.
Go ahead and level yourself up to level 5.
So with that, because I was working on that while you were talking to Braun, our party will now have to invest in diamonds.
I got 25 gold on it, is all I have.
Yeah, no. Apparently, for Revivify, we need diamonds worth 300 gold. So that'll be something we'll have to eventually save up for if we want that. Because apparently, I have that always prepared. It's not even something I have to choose.
You just have to have the money.
Yep, I just have to have the diamond to consume. I have a lot of... I didn't realize how many things I would have always prepared, and it's kind of cool, but weird.
Like Yoshi, and then spit him out.
What is this? Okay, hold on. This spell... Oh, that's cool. I've never I've never seen this really used before.
Hmm?
Apparently one of the spells I get just like always know is Beacon of Hope. The spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and
Nice.
regains the maximum number of hit points possible for any heal. Oh yeah. Now I remember this. I've seen this used very few times in campaigns, but that's what it is. Ooh. Sweet.
All right. So we go back to Fimble. Rohai is standing in front of you and bows. Thank you for your time. You're quite skilled, and I hope you continue the rituals that I've shown you.
They seem like a lot of fun.
Yes.
I don't know what it's going to be like doing them alone, but thank you.
You are more than welcome, and if there's anything else you want to learn, just let Barley know, and I'll come back and show you some other things. You fight like a ranger, but if you ever want to dabble in some monk shit, just let me know.
Okay.
Twirls his quarterstaff, puts it under his hand, and sort of walks away into the waitstaff area, and sort of there's a narrow alleyway out through the back,
I'm just gonna like
walks into a crowd. The guy with the clove cigarette, it's like burning through the filter, and he's just like, nobody else saw this shit. It's just him. Everybody else is just nose deep in a book or eating or so he's like, what the fuck?
that was fun. Okay. And I just go back to the bar.
All right. You make your way through, and you see Barley sort of directing waitstaff through.
Mhm.
And he looks to you. Forestborn. I forget your name. I'm sorry.
It's Thimble.
Thimble. Close enough. Anyways, so how'd it go? You learned to use your weapon?
Yeah,
First half?
we moved like in the courtyard over there. We moved around, and he hit me a couple times, and then I hit him.
Swinging that thing around. There's a lot of people about. Be
Oh
careful.
yeah, no. Just kind of like sling it over my shoulder. He seems real nice.
He's a good friend. We used to be mercenaries like you lot back in the day, before we got old and decided we should try other things before we get ourselves killed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's a trusted friend, and if you ever want to learn more, just let me know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, what do you want? What's up?
Oh, I was just going back to get some food.
Oh, well, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, order whatever you want. They'll get it to you. And he starts paying more attention to the waitstaff, people coming up, greeting some high-end customers, being told to greet some high-end customers at the front end of the bar lobby area.
Yeah, so I go out into the main like mess hall area, and I just looking around, deer in the headlights. I think this is my first time actually being alone in a crowd. So I'm kind of lost.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Okay, 18.
All right. So again, you feel lost. You feel definitely like a wallflower, just gazing upon the people in the bar in the area, and something catches your eye a little off to your right, and you look at a person in their face, and you could swear that face was Mother's face.
My mother or the mother?
The mother. The hillside mother.
I reach up and I clutch the pouch that's tied around my neck. And I blink. And I focus in on that person.
All right, and they're just a regular human face.
I need some apple juice.
Right. And bartender pours some juice in a cup and slides it to you.
Take it and I drink it.
All right. As you look up to drink, you sit your drink down. All of a sudden, it's just nothing but forest. You're in the Feywild. What you have in your hand is a pine cone. There's no bar, there's no people, just trees and shrubs. And you see smoke in the sky coming from...
Bull is on an acid trip.
What did they put in that apple juice?
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink as well.
So I look around my surroundings and try to get my bearings. This is unprecedented.
If you want to make a perception or investigation roll to see anything that catches your eye.
Yeah. Well, I saw the smoke. Is there a defined direction that's coming from?
Northeast from where you're standing.
Okay. I start picking my way there through the forest cautiously.
Okay. As you make your way through, you can feel Phantom getting hotter and hotter.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the end that was that you struck the scorch end that struck the fire elemental.
Mm-hmm.
It starts small trails of smoke slowly start to emanate from that end. You can definitely feel heat around you, and the smoke starts to get thicker and thicker, and pretty soon it's all in front of you, not just on the northeast, but billowing. You can see animals, rabbits, and Fae and fauna just sort of bouncing around and running from all the smoke. You can start to see the heat waves as you continually move forward.
Mm-hmm. I call out to one of the fleeing Fae and I ask, what's going on? What is this?
It doesn't even really seem to phase.
Okay.
You think a rabbit says fire, and it hops off.
Okay, I brace myself and I run towards the fire.
All right. Again, as you brace yourself, you and running, you start to feel the heat around you, and Phantom catches that fire, and that tip, the scorch markings from the fire angel, catches a blaze, and then in front of you lies Mother's face. Fire separates, you're back home, but all that fire is up and down Phantom.
Like I'm back in the book.
You're back at Mother's Landing,
Oh, okay.
back at the hillside, and Mother, her eyes closed, but you recognize that. But the fire is gone, but you definitely see the fire around the area is gone, but she's there. All the fire is on the tip, and it's sort of slowly going down your quarterstaff.
Mother, wake up. Wake up.
You start to hear like creaking of wooden roots. Her eyes shift open. She yawns in a wooden cracking voice. Thimble, look at you. Hello, my son.
I'm not your son.
Oh, you can say that all you want, but we know that isn't true.
I want to go back. I don't want to be here.
Where?
No, and I turn to run.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Not good. It's going to be a 7.
You start running, and you're just getting hit by branch and brush, and you lose your footing. You tumble to your feet, and you can hear Mother cackling off in the distance.
I push myself back up. Don't know what to do. Then I think about the last time something like this happened, and I try to recreate that feeling of stepping through something.
Okay. I'm gonna say make a dexterity check. Saving throw.
It's going to be 14 this time.
All right. You bring your quarterstaff up to, and you notice that the tip is still afire, and the blaze.
Sorry, I was looking at just my flat dex modifier. My actual my saving throw modifier makes it 17.
All right. Yeah. Still, you have Phantom is just sort of pouring down fire from tip to end, from where the scorch mark was, where you hit the fire elemental.
Mm-hmm.
And you start doing movement set that Rohai taught you.
Mm-hmm.
And you slam your quarterstaff down, and a doorway opens in front of you.
I look back over my shoulder.
Don't you go. I still have plans for you.
I rush through the door.
All right.
Meanwhile, back in the bar, Fimble has just had a rough encounter with a prostitute that really likes the innocent ones. Maybe got staff on fire with his first STD.
Oh, Jesus.
Fighting his way out of the kitchen or something. Sorry, I couldn't.
Yeah, no,
All right, so you pass through that doorway, and you're back in your room at the B3. All is quiet. All is fine.
Just sees Bertha leaving the door.
Not even that. No.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I hold up Phantom. I just
feels warm to the touch.
It's gonna burn when you pee too.
I prop it up against the bed and then I go back downstairs. I don't want to be alone right now.
Yeah. So yeah, you make your way out. Where do you want to go?
I kind of stumble back down to the bar and like walk over. Is my drink still on the bar?
Yeah.
Don't drink that. Don't drink that.
Don't drink.
None of us
drink
are
something
there.
you left
Make a
unattended.
perception check.
Right. In a brothel, he may have just.
All the flagons look the same.
Okay, yeah. I mean, 23.
All right.
Smells like apple juice.
Yeah, yeah. You sniff it. It's not bubbling. It's a little warm, but other than that, it smells like apple juice.
I look for any familiar faces.
Just the chef and the wait staff that you've met throughout the days that you've been here.
Yeah.
Old dishwasher woman that looks mysteriously like a tree.
In that case, I just kind of sit at the bar and sink into myself. Just drink my apple juice.
Soulstar, we go back to you.
All right.
It's been a long couple hours of playing blackjack, and a lot of people are exiting the table. The dealer is switching out. Anything you want to do with your time?
Not really. I'm kind of like sitting high on my riches right now. Maybe I'll like order a plate of food or something to have there at the table, and just like really like spoil myself. Like order like some fine food and like the most expensive like champagne.
All right. Wait staff comes up and it's like, we do have a VIP room out this way, and she escorts you to this sort of through the gambling den area. There's a narrow sort of passageway past the bar corner, past the bathrooms. You can see some red and purple lights sort of pulsating and changing colors in the background on the walls. As you make your way through, you hear a bunch more music being played through, more moody and sultry, and there's people sort of bumping and grinding, dancing around. There's roped off booths in the area. Definitely a drastic change of tone than what you're used to seeing.
Can I make a perception check to see the kind of clientele that's in there?
Absolutely.
Check this out. It's not much, but it just might work. 11.
Wow. All right. So you see a lot of high embroidered people in their clothing. A lot of sigils and markings of family crests on like the backs of the clothing. They have fancy porcelain masks that they're wearing to hide their true selves. But they're all sort of just dancing and gallivanting and boasting and drinking and enjoying their evening. The hostess takes you to a corner table on the southeast side of the room. And anything you need, darling, just let me know. We'll get it for you.
Yeah. I'll take the most expensive bottle of liquor that you have, and I'll take one of the most expensive things on the menu.
All right. I hope you like squid. And she heads off to get the drink and the food.
Dude. Does anybody stick out of the crowd? Is there not anybody I would recognize, but is there anybody like worth talking to? Anybody out of the ordinary?
There's one fat old lady hanging a garter on a little set of antlers mounted on the wall.
Let's talk to her.
Her little trophy bowls and cap.
Are you looking for Jewel? No.
I got a 13.
All right. You notice Jewel in the crowd. She's weaving her way through. And you also notice what looks like to be another halfling, but he's dressed sort of similar to you, similar facial marks, but brunette, not blonde. And reaches his hand out and then disappears. Somebody walks through him and all of a sudden noise is back up. You can hear people talking again.
Goodness, I do a double take. I'm pretty sure I read a story once about a halfling that disappeared, but I don't know, can't remember it this time. That was strange. Is anybody playing a game? Gambling?
You call that out, and there's people that are literally around like the velvet rope that's blocking your entryway, and they all sort of turn like, "What? What you got going? What's going on?" Well, like everybody's all peacocking. What you got?
Anybody up for a game? Anybody interested in making some money?
Oh, I want to win some money. Yeah, I want to win some money too. And like, a couple of guys sort of like come over on crossing the velvet rope and sit down opposite you on the table. What you got? What you want to play? I got some dominoes.
Yeah, we could play some dominoes.
All right.
But before we play and drop our money on the table, I also like to deal in information. So before I play with anybody,
looking for the short one?
Oh, nothing like specific or particular, but I like to drop a little something personal. Just one little tidbit, like your favorite color, your favorite kind of like activity, outing, just something that's particular to you, so I can know who I'm playing with.
Man, you sound like you playing us. And you worried about us playing you?
I asked if he wanted to make some money.
I know. You just sound sketch is all. Anyways, I'm down. What you want to play, what you want to do.
Do you have the dominoes on you?
Oh yeah. Pulls a little out of his pouch on his belt, pulls out a set, unravels it, and sort of lays them out and starts sliding out all the dominoes, putting them on the table.
This totally sounds like a guy you should trust the dice set he brought.
Don't worry, I might have a trick or two up my sleeve.
What have we been on, brother?
Ooh. About 15 gold. And then that tidbit of information. If I win, you have to tell me something about yourself.
All right, we can do that. If I win, I keep that money, and I get that fancy crossbow you got. You did?
I don't think that's fair. Here, how about one of my, and then I'll dig into my side. Let's see what I have actually, because I have something that I'd rather put down on the table, and I'll stab down on the table one of my soul daggers.
Okay.
And leave it just kind of sitting there on the table. You're like, one of these is up.
Yeah. What color do you want it to go in?
Ooh, I get a pick. Let's do green, like lime green.
All right, so you slam it down. You can green aura sort of courses around your arm and around through the knife, and you can see the wood on the table sort of turn black and sort of shrivel up like it's the necrotic energy that the dagger gives off. That's a nice knife. I haven't seen one of them around. Use that. All right.
Can we call this a game?
It's game. Game on.
What you got? What are we doing here?
Mixing around his dominoes. Handing them out. And let's make this easy and do we're gonna battle d20s. Whoever gets the highest number wins that round. There's 3 rounds.
All right. First round.
4.
Damn it! That would have been so easy. I got 2. Is there any way that you would allow me to add my sleight of hand on top of that?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Somehow in my roguish way. Okay, so that would be a total of 9 then.
All right, yeah.
Hell yeah.
You had another domino of your own make. You slid it out your sleeve. Doing rogue shit, right?
Okay, yeah, first round.
All right. Let's see what you got this round.
Let's see what I got.
10.
That's a 4. I'll play it honest this time. I'll let him win one.
Not rolling so well this round now.
Yeah, it's the luck of the hand.
Yeah, well, let's see who comes out ahead.
We shall see.
3.
This would have been so easy. That was a natural 1. There's no way around that.
Yeah. Slams his hand, grabs his hand around the soul dagger, starts to wrench it because he can't pull it out of the wood, and sort of wrenches it loose, twirls it in his finger, puts it in his belt, right adjacent to his pant leg, and well, thanks for the dagger, brother.
You keep that nice and sharp now.
Oh, I can think of a few uses for it.
Yeah, make sure you wash it after you slice cheese.
Collecting his dominoes and putting them back in his set. Anyways, I think we're done here. And gets to leave.
Is there anybody else nearby that would look like they're interested?
There's a couple of ladies that sort of dancing around in the area, and they come up like, "Are you someone important?"
Like I did just and I'm debating between the words "blew up" and like "sucked out" or "I saved the town." Depending on who you are, I did one of those things.
So you are, and so they sort of cross the rope and they sit down and they start talking to you. And as you're talking to them, we cut to Lila.
Oh.
Where are you headed after visiting the librarian?
I was probably gonna head back towards the B3. Or I could possibly drop off that one crystal with Bert.
The ice crystal?
Mm-hmm. So I could stop by that smithy on the way if need be.
Whatever you want to do.
Sure, why not?
Alright. So you make your way back to Smith and Armor's that you went to earlier where you got your fire armor. Yep. This time he's Bert behind the counter. He's polishing a hilt for a longsword.
Mm-hmm.
You enter in and he
like he's doing behind the counter. I was saying at least that's what it looks like under the counter. I'll let you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a slow day. It's fine.
Yeah.
I walk in and I
Jeffrey Tubin. Sorry.
I set the crystal on the counter. Have you ever worked with something like this before?
He looks over and you can feel the coldness, like the frost built up on the counter table as he looks, and he sort of sets the sword he's working on down, and he comes up and he picks it up. It's like, well, this is a beaut. Where'd you find this one?
Places.
Well, must have been an interesting places. What are you looking to do with it?
I'm not sure. I'm not used to working with magical material. But I mean, if it could be incorporated into a mace or I really don't want to trade out my shield. So some type of weapon.
So you're looking for use this as to make a mace. Well, I could imbue the one that you have already, or I can make one from my own makings if that's something you want.
That might be interesting.
If you want to spend more money on incorporating into the one that you have already.
Whichever one I can afford, because I don't have a lot of money, but I know my way around a smithy, so I could help you.
Ah. Well, if you know your way around, then he sort of gestures and lets you in through, and it goes back through the stock. You can see all the different weapons they have displayed out and sort of set in the back area for storage. And then you can get to the smoldering room that's further back, and you can see all the urns and the smoldering forge in the back corner. There's an old dwarf just sitting there sort of hammering a blade that's glowing orange red, and then he rotates it and he starts hammering it and then douses it in a pool of water. And Bert escorts you down to the smoldering pit. All right. Well, what do you want to do? We want to try coating this onto your mace, or do you want to make a new mace? Honestly, if you're going to help do it, it's going to be a fairly cheap process to do. For incorporating, it's only 5 gold. New mace, that's going to be 10 gold.
we can incorporate it into my current mace, and I can help you around here. I can run the forge or sharpen weapons for you, or start working on melding metals together.
All right. Well, let's see what you can do. And he hands you a couple of iron ingots. He's like, why don't you go ahead and make me a bracer?
Okay. And she sets down her stuff and takes off her armor and starts working at the forge, pumping the bellows to get them hot enough.
Cool. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh, really? Performance?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say I have a -1 in performance. I figured it would be like athletics for like strength.
That works.
Okay. Sweet, because that I actually am kind of proficient in. Okay.
And you got to be pretty athletic to be doing that repetitiously for a long period.
That's just an 8 right now. Apparently, I'm also going to be rolling low.
It's not looking too good, and he's sort of looking at what your work, and he's sort of like, I don't know about that.
Been a couple weeks since I've left home.
Yeah. Sure. Well, and you're still heating it up and sort of flipping it, but it's getting a little warble to it. And go ahead and make another roll.
Oh, that's a little better. That's just a 9. Apparently, I can't roll above a 10 today.
All right, so you start hammering the bracer into form. You still can't make out what you're trying to make. It looks a little bit more oval than it should.
Mm-hmm.
But he's interested to see what you got going. Go ahead and make one more roll.
Change D20, so maybe this will help. Oh, yes, that would help. That's a 19 plus 3, so 22, right? Yes.
So, you pull out your small hammer and your little indent marker, and you start putting shape and form for the bracers together. And he perks up. He's like, like he's like a technique that he's never seen before, and he's really interested. He sort of pulls up a stool and sits right next to it, and he watches everything.
It took me a while to get used to it. I'm used to forges that are made for taller people.
Well, you definitely know your way around some steel. Well, iron at least. And go ahead and one last roll to see how they turn out.
11.
It's above a 10.
Yeah. It's not great.
You finish up and you present them. The leather straps that you have to wrap around as bracers are a little flimsy, but the metal work and everything else is pretty well done. It's definitely it's light, and it feels like it can stop a lot of damage, and it's comfortable to the wear. It's just the strappings are very loose.
Mm-hmm.
But he's very impressed with your molding and etching work. Very well done. Very well done. Well.
Bless you.
Oh.
Curse! And he takes off the bracer and sets it aside, and he takes the ice, and he grabs your mace, and he plunges the mace into the fire, and he starts pumping the bellows, making the coals and everything hotter. And
You said it was 5, right?
yeah.
Okay, let me deduct that. There we go. And making the he has the ice shard, and he sets it on a table in front of him, and with the pulls out the mace with the bright hot red, sets the shard in front of him, and sort of rolls the mace, and ice steams, and like you don't really see him for a moment because there's just so much steam from the cold reaction and the fire molten mace, and a blast of light happens. Smoke clears, and he holds up the mace and plunges it in water and lifts it, and it's giving off a very icy blue aura, and hands it to you. Okay, sweet. And inspect the work and go over the mace and make sure that it's nothing fractured or anything during the process.
Make a check.
Investigation. What is that? Yeah, +0. So, 11.
You look at it and it looks just like the mace you had before. In your eye, it's just a little, given that it's colder to hold. But you're like, yeah, that's nothing super special about it. It's just, it looks like a blue version of what you had. That's cold to hold.
Sweet, thank you.
Now that should do at least +2 ice damage.
See if I can maybe find one. But then I will let him know that if he ever needs any extra help in the smithy to
well, let me make something, and I'll give it like a 1d6 for cold damage on a successful hit.
Okay. I was just gonna find a regular mace with cold damage, but that works.
Yeah, if you can find a that's, or whenever, that's cool.
But yeah, I'll let him know that if he ever needs help with the smithy, to let Barley at the B3 know, and then I'll head that way.
Well, we've got a lot of stuff on the horizon now that we got the mines back. There's going to be a lot of more silver ore and steels and metals coming in, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be coming in high demand. So I can definitely use your work if you're in and around the area. If not, then that happens. But if you're here, we'll put you to work.
All right, I'll stop by.
All right. He turns back and pulls out another sword that looks a little wobbled, and he plunges it in the fire, pumps the bellows. Looks like he pulls it out when it's nice and hot and starts hammering it down more straighter than it should be. And so, Braun, you're still asleep or in your bed area?
Yeah, my hammock in the root cellar.
All right. There's some commotion going off upstairs, but nothing that you're not used to. Just nice hustle and bustle of the crowd. There's a candle that's lighting your little corner. It's just flame is just flickering about, and you look to it, and when you blink, As your eyes open, you're laying on the ground in a massive amount of pain.
Is it a headache?
A very bad headache.
Oh, god damn it.
You try to you look about, but your eyesight's blurry. There's a big sort of line in your vision. You're not sure what it is. But...
Yeah, I assume I'm not going to be able to get up or nothing. I'll try to kind of wipe my eyes and clear my vision a bit. Do my fingers have trouble going across?
Make a investigation or perception check. Yeah.
7 + 1 for 8.
All right, you try to move your hands up to your head, but it's just really hard to do so.
Yeah.
Pain tears through your skull and down, shivering down through your body. You feel broken, wet, and alone. And what feels like compounded in sand and under a bunch of other bodies.
I will lay there and weep, I guess. I can't even reach my flask.
As you move your head around and you start to make out that whatever is lodged into your head is probably some sort of blade. You can see you tilt your head and around your eyes, you can see a familiar shape of blade.
Just that little glint of light on the blade or something. I'll try to reach my hand up towards my face and try to touch it, but probably
the load on your back feeling lighter, and then you feel yourself get sort of picked up and your feet start to drag in the sand and you're thrown into a cart, a wooden sort of cart, and you hear a whip and a "yeah" from a driver, and it slowly starts going down the road.
Do I hear the soft chuckling of someone getting a kick out of this dwarf with a sword in his skull? Or a "holy fuck, look at this one"?
Roll for perception.
16 + 1.
All right. You see some forms and some around on what would be like the sidewalks of the streets, cobblestones around the sand street, and you hear sort of muffled sort of sounds. Everything's pretty much broken for you as far as like hearing and seeing.
Yeah, I imagine one eye is like off kilter and twitching a lot. Yeah, I probably make eye contact with someone without knowing it, and they're just like, "Oh God, what happened to him?"
As the carriage makes its way, the carrier makes its way down the road, go ahead and make a strength check for me.
12 + 5. 12 + 4. +4.
All right. So you manage to get a hand free, and you grasp it on the edge of the lip, and you jiggle it loose, and it falls down, and you pull yourself a couple inches forward off the rack.
And you're saying I just pulled the sword out of my head?
No, you pulled you're in like a trailer filled with dead bodies, and you drop the latch
pull yourself up,
apart, and then you put your hand on the end of the that would be like the trailer hitch or whatever.
Okay.
Pulling yourself out of the pile and hopefully off the carriage.
Okay. Yeah.
You're in a pile of dead bodies in a cart. That's never any good. So.
Well, I was actually hoping I was being taken with the survivors, with the medics, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I think this cart's going to the other end of town.
This is you reliving that moment.
Yeah. Can I make an athletics check?
Yep.
I assume maybe with disadvantage because, but.
No, it's an advantage because you're living through a memory.
8 plus 4. So 12.
With advantage?
Yeah, I rolled twice. It was 6 the first time.
All right.
So
8.
12.
Yeah. You go to pull yourself forward a little bit, and then the cart hits a rock in a stone, and you sort of lose your grip on the end, and a head rolls by, and it sort of lands right next to you. One eye's hanging down, one eye's bloodshot open, staring right at you.
I can relate. Shit. Yeah, let me try again to get the hell out of this nightmare and pull myself off this cart. Another 8. Damn it. Oh, and a 9. I got a 9. So 13 total.
All right. See,
Maybe stepping my way out of this shit.
your other hand clutches onto it and pull yourself, and then you get able enough to get your other hand, and you pull yourself, and you're halfway off. Go ahead and make one last check.
Okay.
You can hear the clatter of the horses. The carriage takes a turn.
It was a 2 for a 6 total.
All right, the head rolls off, the body rolls down onto your back, and then it continues to roll off you and lands on the ground. Make one last check.
14 plus 4. That's 18. Finally, a decent number.
All right. As the body tumbles up on you and rolls off, you manage to, with your other hand, grab a hold of it and use that leverage to help pull you out, and you tumble with the body. And the carriage continues along. The driver is unaware. You hear some chatter. You hear a couple, 2 sets of footsteps come up to you, and you hear some mutter. Your eyes blink, and all of a sudden go to black, and you're back in your hammock.
Probably laying on the floor under the hammock now.
Staring at a flame.
With a splitting headache. Damn.
And with that, we're going to call that the end of the session.
Okie dokie.
So, everybody should be at level 5. Hopefully I didn't fuck that up.
I like the way you did it too. Incorporated in the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of our characters have a lot to think about. Some more than others. I've got a lot of money that I can think about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wrong.
you got all the money.
Yeah, he's all set for Avalon. He's going to spend it all in
If I don't spend it all here.
Vegas.
Does Fimble wake up with a garter hanging from his antlers?
Maybe.
A bunch of rings that we put on.
Fimble's just being sad at the bar.
In a brothel, looking in.
Yeah.
Drinking your apple juice, your warm apple juice.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew, you should be able to find a different version of Phantom, and you should add that to your inventory.
Ooh, fancy.
As you leveled up, so did your weapon.
Yeah, I tried to make sure I didn't find anything like OP.
I don't know if the charges are actually correct because it should have a max 2 per long rest. I equipped it to another character of mine and it had like 6 charges, but it should only have 2 charges.
Where am I going to be looking for this?
You can go to your manage equipment in your character sheet.
Manage inventory.
Yeah.
All right, so I got 2 phantoms here.
Yep. And you're gonna see one that's got an added bonus.
Aha.
It doesn't mark it as like version Mark 2, even though you put that information in.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Add to equipment, and then I can just attune that one.
Yeah. Basically, it's your weapon evolved.
Yep. Phantom's evolving.
He's like Pikachu. No. Pika Pika?
Awesome.
Well, more Charizard, I guess. Since it's fire-based.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just be swinging that in the bar.
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
we already sunk one building in this town. We don't need to sink another. Blow it up. Set it on fire.
And Braun lived through a lot of past trauma. But
Yeah.
So Braun wasn't just a gladiator. He was also entered in a war.
Yeah.
And he was in some pretty gnarly armor, too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be hard to... Oh. Yeah, and obviously, you know, the splitting headache isn't a hangover. It's just residual phantom limb pain when he used his brain.
You gotta love it.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna bow out.
Yeah, let's start back up with the group sort of deciding what they want to do next. Yalla coming back and with the bag of the bag.
Dabba-dabba-da.
Yeah.
Dabba dabba doo.
Yeah. If you guys want to do the church thing, or if you guys want to set out, that's your all decisions.
That's some thinking.
On Avalon.
Yes.
Haunted church or the big city?
Which one sounds less terrifying? I'm not sure. I also realized that level 3 I have now sent, or level 3 spells I now have sending. So we'll see what hilarity ensues with that.
I now have I have Misty Step.
Nice.
Oh god.
As a second level spell. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I wonder how much more I can terrorize Fimble with sending. All of a sudden you hear my voice in your head.
You killed that one. That one was all you.
All right.
All right.
I'm
Good
gonna go.
night, everybody.
We all have a good day.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Peace out. Have a good night.
That concludes our 10th session. It's been fun to share these early sessions with y'all, and I'm excited for what comes next as we dive more into the characters' past, unravel the syndicate plot, find out what the fire in the Nighthawk Forest is all about, And if you're enjoying our content, please like, comment, and subscribe, as this helps get us recommended to others and we can build a community. We have a Facebook and Instagram page at the Natural 1's TTRPG. I'll probably make a Hive or a Mastodon account since Twitter caught that Musk mind virus. So, you can catch our newest sessions on Twitch every other Sunday. And again, thanks for watching. Y'all are beautiful, love, and respect.